All right, we ready for me to kick off?
Yeah, go for it, Eric.
Awesome. Howdy, everybody. Today we are going to talk about Ignite. So, what's the big deal about Ignite? What you'll gain, who you'll meet, and for this session today, how to win a free ticket. I'm going to go out of order here. I'm going to introduce myself first. My name is Eric Malepsky. Been at the company about 9 years. This will be my third Ignite. So very excited. I've had a blast my last two, and then very excited for this one in Anaheim. I manage our customer success team, and then will also have three other people from my company, and then a special guest speaker as well. We have Eddie Barajas, who is a senior client success manager, and Jenna Ward, who's an event specialist. Her energy is contagious. You guys are going to love her. And then Belle Ife, who is our senior specialist over corporate marketing. So you'll get a kind of a little bit of take on Ignite from multiple perspectives. So this agenda that I'm covering right now, this is just for today's session, and we're going to cover the actual Ignite agenda throughout today's session, so you get a kind of a sneak peek. So first, we're going to cover a high-level overview, what to expect at the conference. Then we're going to chat through the actual details of the agenda, when, where you should be, what things to look out for, guest speaker information, things like that. Then important details to help you plan your Ignite experience, like how to download the app, where to book a hotel, additional information down that path. And then customers' point of view. We get to hear from a past attendee and future attendee, Emily Fairbanks, who's an admin director at EnviroGuard. She is very well liked here at our company as well. So we're all a big fan of hers, and I think you'll be too, as soon as you hear from her. And then lastly, please stick around till the end because we are offering a chance to win a free ticket to Ignite. So Belle will handle that right towards the end. So please, I believe to be entered into the raffle, I believe you need to put your name, first name and last name into chat. Belle, any notes on that?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Val. I'm a customer marketing specialist. And yes, we will raffle a free ticket to Ignite at the end of the webinar. So if you want to participate on the raffle, please enter your name on the chat or a thumbs up, and I will enter your name. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Belle. All right. Ignite overview coming up next. Okay. So I'm going to cover this first agenda at a glance, and I'm going to cover a more detailed agenda as well with additional breakout sessions and details. But whenever I go to conferences, the most important thing for me is where do I need to show up first? Because then after that, you just kind of run through it, right? So on Monday, September 15th, we'll start our opening keynote address. I believe that's with our leaders, internal leaders. I believe Ara Vahe and Mark will speak on stage, and that's at 1:30. This will all be in local time as well. We have breakout sessions right after that, and then one of my favorite things each year has been the welcome reception. It's not anything sophisticated, it's not complicated. It's just people hanging out, having drinks. So good times. Then Tuesday, to me, this I always consider Tuesday the kind of the long day, the bulk day where you kind of do everything, right? So starting off right at 7 in the morning, we have a networking breakfast. It's to me one of the biggest benefits for going to conferences like this is the networking. Yes, there's a ton of information we'll share with you as well, but those networking opportunities, to me, they're invaluable. So if you're able to be up at 7 in the morning for that breakfast and networking event, please make it. A bunch of people will be there. This industry is full of early risers, so people will be there even before then. Then we go right to the keynotes and breakouts. Eddie's going to cover a little bit more details on our keynote speaker here in a couple of minutes. Then our Birds of a Feather networking lunch, and Jenna's going to cover a little bit more detail on that, but that is another networking event that's really impactful. Jenna will have those details here in a moment. And then keynotes and breakouts, more breakouts and keynotes. Ignite the Night. I know I said the welcome reception is a blast, and it is. It's relaxing, fun. You'll get a chance to chat with people. Ignite the Night is kind of like, I don't know, like 5 times that. It's loud music. Last year we had a really great cover band where they played every single song from, I don't know, like the past 20 years. It was really great. Lots of really great energy, great food. So if you are able to make it, Ignite the Night is probably worth it on its own. Then Wednesday, it's last day of the event, a little bit shorter of a day. We have our networking breakfast again. Again, I encourage you to attend those. Closing keynote and breakouts, and then we wrap up the conference about 11 a.m. So that way you get a chance to fly home and see your families, hopefully by the end of the day. Breakout session highlights. So we have several that are very impactful. A couple of the ones that have been kind of drawn the attention of a lot of people are the ones that are listed in front of you. So scheduling, anybody that's used FieldRoutes knows how important scheduling is. With our scheduling presentation this year, we're actually doing a panel. So not only will you have experts from field routes, but you're also going to have experts from the from the industry as well. So I believe there's an owner of one company and then an office manager of another company, and they're going to form a panel and just discuss routing best practices. This will also be a topic at the Pathfinder lunch. So if you're a member of the Pathfinder lunch, that's at 10:30 a.m. Monday. Sorry, I'm going off script here. Field Routes Workshop, Advanced Scheduling and Routing. That is on September 16th, 2:40 to 3:30. Again, these are all in local time. That's kind of a deeper dive into scheduling, where it's actually a workshop and it's a little bit more engaging, interactive, if you will. Communication automation. To me, one of the best parts about our software is the ability to just automate those mundane tasks. And this session is specifically about that process, right? Communicating across the entire customer lifecycle, automation. That's anything from reminders to follow-ups, things like that. Just make your life a whole lot easier and hopefully also increase revenue in the same time. Then reporting, we could all get better at reporting. I've worked here 9 years and I could still use an additional lesson on reporting. There's always an additional report that you can just expand your business intelligence on. And lastly, the one that's not listed here is actually mine. So I'm going to put a special plug in for it. It's just about door-to-door sales. But if you get a chance, if you want to increase the size of your business through door-to-door sales, look for my session. Jenna will cover how to find all the sessions here in just a little bit.
I love that shameless plug, Eric.
Absolutely. I did tell you I'd go a little bit more into detail on the scheduling. So we wanted to have this slide up here so you could see it in person. I believe this information will all be available in the app as well. Monday, you have, just the kind of the kickoff and the start of the badge pickup. You have a lot of time window to pick that up. Then we go right into the opening main stage, State of the Industry. This is where I think I was supposed to reference the RN Vahe speaking on stage. Then we go right to our breakout sessions, and then that welcome reception I referenced earlier. Networking breakfast the next day. John Foley, the speaker. Eddie will chat about that in a moment. Breakouts, coffee breaks, and the expo part. Field Routes product roadmap. This is where we're going to kind of peel back the curtain on what we've been working on, what we've solved, and what we have in our sights in the future. So to me, this is also one of the more exciting sessions. I believe Dylan Henryson will be heading that up. Go back into breakout blocks, and then sorry about that. And then if you'll notice, there's lots of networking opportunities in between these breakout sessions, and that's one thing we wanted to make sure to leave open for people. And then lastly, on Wednesday, we wrap up with the closing keynote, last breakout, and then last chance for a coffee break and connection. Thank you very much. And now it's Eddie.
Hey, thanks, Eric. Hi, everyone. My name is Eddie. Like Eric mentioned at the beginning, I'm part of his team, customer success, senior customer success manager here. Yeah, this year we have an awesome keynote speaker, John Foley, former leader of the Blue Angels, Navy Blue Angels. I have not witnessed this show in person. I have seen the documentary, and it just looks amazing. The communication skills, the precision, the leadership that you have to lead that squadron without crashing with hundreds of people watching you. Like that takes, I mean, tremendous amount of skill. And so I'm really looking forward to just picking up and getting some great notes from our keynote speaker, especially on how to lead and how to be a better leader. As communication is a big part of this business, to make sure that we're successful. So really looking forward to John Foley being able to speak as our keynote speaker this year at Ignite. Next one. These are the fan favorites that we had at Ignite last year. Last year we had a section called the Community Garden. This year is named the Help Hub. At the Community Garden, you are able to sit down and meet with a customer success manager like myself, or a support team member, or someone possibly from our product team. And I kid you not, this was everyone's like favorite part, at least the people that came up to me. This was their favorite section. They were so thankful, so grateful that we made this section for our customers. We get to have a human interaction, right, for a change, besides video conferences and phone calls and emails. Also, in that section, you get to sit down with someone from our team and um, get challenges resolved right there on the spot. You get to get some great advice and tips from our team. Also, we get to introduce you to new features, new tools, how to use them, how to set them up. So essentially, you get a one-on-one personal time with personnel from our team, which again, everyone found extremely valuable. And I love the human interaction. And yes, for this, you would walk up to the Help Hub, and there is a sign up section. I believe last year we had a tablet. You can sign up and select a time slot. If you don't see a time slot, or it's booked, don't worry about it. We'll get you someone to sit down and help answer questions. And so yes, just I would advise to bring. I know everyone's going to have tons of questions. Bring your top five or top 10, and then we'll go through them, right? Because we can sit there all day. I know from experience. I was hijacked last year, but I enjoyed it. Then after that, we do have the customer awards. This is the opportunity for us to recognize, the best in the business that utilize FieldRoutes and their accomplishments and their growth. This is a great section for us that we really love. We get to show the love and the appreciation, recognize you guys, your business, for the tremendous growth that you have had on FieldRoutes. It's a great way to say thank you, and then also just put you front and center in front of everyone. And then I'll let Jana speak on the Price is Right.
Yeah, so backed by popular demand, we are bringing the Price is Right to our main stage. This year it'll be a little bit earlier in the conference. I believe it was actually our closing session at last year's Ignite, but this will be on day 2 and Tuesday evening, right before our Ignite the Night evening event. So hopefully we'll be able to have a lot of attendees enter their name to potentially get to participate. So you'll be able to earn raffle tickets throughout the conference to be able to submit your name to participate in the Price is Right and get some awesome prizes. So keep an eye out for more details. We will continue sharing as we get more info. And just speaking of fun opportunities on site, we of course have to get into a little bit more detail on all of the exciting networking opportunities that Eric and Eddie have already talked a little bit about. So first we have the welcome reception on Monday evening from 5 to 7 p.m. And this will be really the first opportunity for all of our exhibitors and everyone to be at the expo. So that'll be our first expo hours of at the conference at all. And it's just a really great opportunity to get to meet with other attendees and have like a really laid back, have some food, have some drinks, listen to music, and just get to meet other people that are maybe experiencing the same pain points as you, or just other folks in the industry. And of course, get to speak to all the exhibitors and see if they have anything that they can offer you. And then similarly, we have Birds of a Feather Lunch, another great place to talk to peers that are in the same job role as you. So there'll be tables in a big room for lunch, and you can basically pick the table with the folks that have I believe we're doing it based on job role again this year. So you'll be able to sit and talk with people again that like are maybe experiencing similar pain points or issues, or just maybe people you already know. So very popular session last year that a lot of people participated in, and we're hoping to see the same this year. And then lastly, the most exciting is Ignite the Night, our evening party on Tuesday. This will be from 7 to 10 p.m. We'll be bringing everybody outside into the Anaheim Marriott parking lot. Actually, we're going to be completely reinventing that space and bringing a hometown carnival theme. So keeping a lot of the details a little bit close to the chest, a lot more to come, but prizes, fun activations, again, food or drinks, because who doesn't love food and drinks, and music and all kinds of fun will be had at Ignite the Night. So definitely recommend that you make the time in your agenda to do all of these fun networking activities and get to continue meeting more people in your industry. And just alongside of that, if you'd like to bring a plus one, we do actually have a party pass available for purchase. We'll send out these slides after the webinar, so you can find the link here, but the link is also available on the Ignite website. So you are able to bring a spouse or a plus one to the evening events only. So that's the welcome reception and Ignite the Night that I just mentioned. But one thing to call out here is that you have to use a different email than one that's already tied to an existing Ignite registration when you're registering for a party pass. So, but if you run into any issues, feel free to reach out to us and we'll help you get that sorted. But just a fun opportunity. We recommend, people make a little bit of a weekend or a little bit of a vacation out of going to Ignite. And so if you're able to bring family with you or anyone with you the weekend before the event kicks off, they can also attend these fun evening events with you. So next, I'll get into a little bit of how to plan your Ignite experience outside of all of these awesome networking activities, starting with really building your agenda and adding everything within the attendee hub. So I just want to call out before I get into a demo of the actual attendee hub, we have all these wonderful session filters to basically pare down the 72 breakout sessions and other events on the agenda. Pare that down to topics, skill level, industries that are very specific to you and your business. So we have primary audience is one of the filters. So I think pretty much everyone here will be looking at pest for primary audience. Industry, you'll see very similar tags there, but it's just for some of the sessions may apply to more than one industry, even if it's not what the primary industry is geared towards. So we also have a secondary tag for any other industries related. We also have skill level. Some sessions are tagged as both beginner and advanced because it could kind of be considered either one. And then we have some dedicated advanced and dedicated beginner sessions for varying skill levels. But I will say this is very relative. So what may be advanced to some may not be advanced to all. So take skill level with a little bit of a grain of salt as you're building your agenda. And then we have some session types and also breakout tracks depending on, again, what type of focus you're looking for in a specific session or for your business. So with all that being said, the place that you are going to be doing all of these things is within the attendee hub. So this is where you can go in and build your personal agenda using all of those session filters and actually add them to your schedule in order to save your seat at sessions. So that's like one of the most important uses of the attendee hub, but it's also where you can explore all of our sponsors and exhibitors, and you can also update your profile and network and message other attendees right within the app. So let me just go ahead and show you all what this looks like. So when you open the actual attendee hub, it will prompt you to log in using a first name, last name, and email. So you'll want to use your details that are tied to your Ignite registration, whatever first name, last name, and email that you've put there. And then you'll receive an email and or a text message with a verification code to complete login. But I wanted to save all those steps, so I am already logged in, and this is the page that you'll land on. So as you can see, our most important high priority tasks are right here. If you want to go in and build your agenda, you can do so, explore our exhibitors, and update your profile. You can also go to community where you can see the entire list of attendees and even send someone a direct message if you'd like. You can also join in on some of our discussions. So if you've been to an Ignite in the past and you want to share takeaways, or just really all of these are just additional options for connecting further with attendees and just really making your Ignite experience the best that it can be. And then lastly, we also have a new activation on the show floor and throughout the conference this year called the Ignite Expo Quest. So we'll be continuing to publish more details here. A lot of secrets right now, but we'll be continuing to post more details so that you'll be able to participate and win some awesome prizes. So now I'm going to show you how to actually build your agenda. As I've said, this is the most important part and the best use of the attendee hub. So you'll have your filters over here. You can filter by date, by time, and or by all the other things that I just mentioned on that previous slide. So if I wanted to do pest and maybe I'm a beginner, here are all the sessions that will work for me. And if I try to add 2 sessions that are at the same time on my schedule, it will prompt you. You won't be able to double book yourself, which is a really awesome feature. So that way you can really be sure that, again, you're not double booking yourself. You're not supposed to be in 2 places at once. It literally won't let you be in 2 places at once. So you'd have to switch sessions in order to book this next one. And adding these sessions to your agenda will save your seat. We haven't asked for this in the past. It's been more of a recommendation that while you're building, to build your agenda, just add them to your schedule. But this year we are asking folks to physically add them and sign up for the sessions that you plan to participate in. So definitely be sure to go in and add them. Some sessions, depending on the room size, may hit capacity. So we definitely want to get everybody into the rooms that they want to be in and get to see the sessions they want to. And then once you go ahead and build your schedule, you can go and click My Schedule. Shocker. And you can see just the sessions that you've signed up for, and you can even toggle to a day-by-day view or other things like that. And this is also where you can go in and remove sessions that you want to unregister for if you changed your mind. The great thing also about the Attendee Hub is that all of these details and information and your agenda will all transfer over to our event mobile app. So we'll be sending out info on that about a week or 2 before the conference, and you'll be able to, it's basically the mobile version of this Attendee Hub desktop app. So it has all the same capabilities, and you'll be able to reference your agenda, network with attendees, and do everything you need to. So definitely recommend for anyone that's on the webinar that has already registered, hopefully many of you, definitely get in there and start adding your sessions today. Make sure that you're getting a seat at the places you want to be at. And then lastly, while you're making all these reservations, I just want to call out that the hotel block is still open and has some rooms still available. It will be open through August 22nd, so coming up next Friday, or until the block is sold out. But I heard a very recent update that we do still have rooms available in the block. But you will be required to check out on Wednesday because of another program coming in. So as you're booking your hotel, if you're not seeing availability for Wednesday, that is why. It is because we cannot offer availability for Wednesday. So definitely recommend reserving your room sooner rather than later. All of the info can also be found on the Ignite website on the travel page. So you'll be able to find that all there as well. So that was a ton of info. So we can all just take a little breather really quick. And I'm going to pass it back over to Eddie to queue up our wonderful customer speaker, Emily.
Thank you, Jenna. Yes, so thank you for all that information. Yeah, I want to introduce everyone to Emily Fairbanks. She is an admin director with one of our enterprise customers that utilizes FieldRoutes every day in BioGuard. She is a heavy FieldRoutes user, and she attended Ignite last year for the first time. And I'm excited to have her here and give her point of view of Ignite for everyone that's never been and is on the fence about going. Thank you, Emily.
Yeah, thanks for that, Eddie. Like Eddie said, I'm Emily. I work for EnviroGuard. Our headquarters is in St. George, Utah, just a little town on the border of Arizona. Quite hot, but we love it here. I've attended Ignite 3 years now, first in Vegas, Orlando, and now we'll be in Anaheim. First year that I went, I realized really quickly, I went solo, and I realized quickly that Ignite is best to be attended with a team. There is just so much going on that you really can't take it all in by yourself. And I felt a little bit of FOMO that I was missing out on some of the workshops and networking opportunities. So this year we've got at least 3 of us coming, if not more. I like to bring my routers, office managers, just whoever could benefit, which is a lot of people really. But leading up to Ignite, we talked about the hub already, but the hub is kind of our lifeline a little bit, if you will, is in terms of planning. We'll go through the hub, and everyone who's going to be attending is assigned a workshop that we would like to have them attend just based on their job description. We choose the workshops based on questions that we might have already on the software that we are hoping to have answered, maybe areas of the business that we want to improve upon, or even just areas of the software that we don't really have a vast knowledge about. Within the hub, you can see that schedule, make your own schedules that way. I would consider myself to be someone who has an above average knowledge of pest routes. But even with that said, going to these workshops, I realize there's a lot that I don't know and can be learning. A tiny background about EnviroGuard. We started, just our owner had no customers. He didn't buy any customers or anything. He just started knocking doors out in Austin, Texas. His wife was the only office employee at the time, and we've grown since then we've got 24 branches across the company. So as you can imagine, our operations have changed drastically over that time. And we continue to need just operational maintenance to deal with growing pains. So that's been one of our huge takeaways with attending Ignite, is to be able to see how we can better have the software work for us and address some of those growing pains. Outside of the workshops, we talked a little bit about it. Eric mentioned just the value of the connections that you can make at EnviroGuard. We have found it invaluable to meet with other companies of our similar size, maybe they're door knocking companies like ours, to discuss some of those pain points and how they have managed it. We do our best to connect with the companies while we're eating meals in the morning, getting coffee, waiting for workshops to start, after the workshops, and all of the dedicated times, obviously, to network. We take advantage of those. But there's a lot of networking that just kind of goes on naturally and just in between all of those little moments that you have. I noticed in the various workshops we would attend, you can kind of tell what companies might have similarities to you, just listening to the questions that are asked or those who are answering questions, and identifying those people in the room and say, okay, that person is probably on my same wavelength. I'd like to connect with them afterward. We were able to connect with some companies that to this day we still text each other pretty frequently to say, hey, I have an issue with X, Y, or Z. How do you guys manage that? And it's been incredible just to build that camaraderie, but also better our business, obviously. We've talked already just about the value of having face-to-face interactions, but what is it called this year? Not the community garden, but the question hub?
The help hub. The help hub.
That was another huge one. I mean, I've come to know several of the Pest Routes team over the years, but being able to actually meet them in person, get my questions answered, talk about some of the suggestions that I might have or things that are holding us back. There is a huge value in being able to look someone in the eye and have those conversations, and it's definitely helped build just a relationship, trust over the years, being able to interact with them. A huge highlight that we had from last year were the exhibitors. I don't know that we've talked about that a whole lot, but there's several other companies that are set up just to help educate you about their business. We like this because it helps us to ensure that we're staying up to date with some of the new technologies that are coming out that we can implement within our business. It helps us to compare current companies that we're currently partnered with and see if maybe there's a better match or better fit, those who have features that we're lacking right now with companies we're already partnered with. An example, last year, there was a company that I met at Ignite, and we ended up going through a partnership with them, and we've been able to acquire literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue because of this partnership. It was huge. So if nothing else, that was a major takeaway from Ignite last year. But anyways, after Ignite's over, we meet with the team here in-house and just go over the plethora of notes that we took throughout our time at the conference. Your to-do list is going to be quite long, I'll be honest with you, when you come back from Ignite, because you do it's one of those situations where you don't know what you don't know. And what I found is that by going to Ignite, I realized some of those areas that we're underutilizing the software, we could be doing better. And it does create quite a bit of work for the team just to improve upon all of the operations. But yeah, we've been very pleased with our time at Ignite over the past 3 years.
Awesome. Emily, thank you so much for that. Forgive me, I mentioned at the beginning that this was your first year, or last year was your first. It was actually my first year, but you've been there before. So forgive me for that. And thank you for that. That's I hope that's encouraging to everyone. And yeah, I've gotten the opportunity to witness the growth and the relationship that we've built together. And like you mentioned, human interaction. I mean, you can't beat that, being able to have someone right there in front of you and help you, see the challenges and be able to help resolve and bring some tips and tricks. So thank you, Emily, so much for your time today.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
All
So
righty.
I think we're gonna get on with the raffle. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna have Belle share her screen, but first I just want to call out if anybody did not drop their name in the chat yet and wants to be added, please do so now, and we'll get things rolling.
Yeah. While I share my screen, okay, let me add everybody. Cliff, Gina, Alex. There is a question from Danielle Hurston. Is there an exhibitor list?
Yeah, so you can actually find all of those details in the attendee hub. They are also listed on our website, on the Ignite website as well. There's a section on sponsors and exhibitors. But definitely, like, the clearest list is in the would be in the attendee hub.
Next, I think I have Nathaniel already down, Lisa, and okay, I think everybody is in, and we are ready to spin the wheel of names. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Wheel. Woohoo!
So
Ethan.
Ethan, congratulations, you're the winner of an Ignite ticket, a free pass to
Congrats, Ethan.
Go, Ethan. So we'll be emailing you later today with a code and some details, FYI. Okay. And so, Eric, want to take us home?
Yes, I would love to. I was trying to think through my head, how do I end this amazing meeting with a good send off? So here's the only thing I could think of. Obviously, I probably should run through these. Y'all can read, but yeah, register for the conference, the scan with the QR codes, whatnot. This is what my offer is to you, though. I will be at Ignite. I'll be getting there a day early, leaving a day late. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm very passionate about what I do. Please, if you do come, please come find me, come shake my hand, come tell me what challenges you're running into. I'd love to hear the details. I'd love to help solve. I'll bring in some experts. That's literally what we're here for, in addition to the connecting with people in the industry, learning how to solve the software issues, but also just really digging in deep. And I'd love to do that with you. You heard Eddie describe the same thing. So we are really looking forward to seeing y'all out in Anaheim. I'm very excited about this event. I hope to see y'all there. And please, I genuinely mean it. Come shake my hand. Come find me. Come tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you wish we'd add. Scan some of these QR codes. I'm sure that's what I was actually supposed to say on this last slide. But looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you very much for your time. We do not take it for granted. And I hope to see you in Anaheim. Guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Appreciate everybody.
Oh, I think I see a question from Celise. Oh, I got her email. I'll connect with you.
Yes, and if Yi Wei hasn't left, he also or she made there's a question, is there a way to search section by speaker's name?
I believe the sessions have the presenter's name, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you can search in the attendee hub for a specific speaker's name. You should be able to.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you, everybody.